In this video, we will show you how to build a social network website called UNSW Book. Users of UNSW Book are able to register, log in, add friends, and post on other users' walls. This video will also describe the design concepts and frameworks that we use to build the system. The software we'll be using in this video are Eclipse Oxygen 4.7 as the IDE, Apache Tomcat as the servlet container, and MongoDB 3.4 with MLab as the cloud database. To download Eclipse, Apache Tomcat, and MongoDB, head to their respective websites. After downloading MongoDB, follow the MongoDB installation guide for your operating system. To set up the MLab cloud database, sign up on the MLab website and log in. When you log in, create a new database. For our purposes, this will be named UNSW Book. After selecting your newly created database from the menu, navigate to the Users tab. This will be used to access your cloud database using the MongoDB URI. If you're developing in a team, each team member can choose to create their own user. In the database, add a users collection and a notifications collection. These collections will be accessed through our database access objects, which will be referred to as DAOs. Finally, copy the given MongoDB URI. We'll need this for later. As an example, we'll showcase our pre-existing UNSW book database. Firstly, we have our users collection. In our implementation, a user has an ID, username, first name, a list of friends, a list of posts, and so on. Next, our notifications collection. Each notification has a sender, receiver, type, and timestamp. Finally, we have our user reports collection. For now, don't worry about the user reports collection, since this is used for administrator functionality. To connect to the MLab Cloud database, we'll be using Morphia. Morphia allows you to easily map Java entities, such as a user class, to MongoDB documents. In addition, we'll be using Cloudinary, which allows storage of user profile images and allows users to post images. Once you've downloaded all the software, namely Eclipse, Apache Tomcat, and MongoDB, open Eclipse and create a new Maven project. For the project archetype, make sure you select Maven Archetype Quick Start version 1.1. To set up your Tomcat server on Eclipse, simply follow one of the many installation video guides on YouTube. After you've made the project and set up the Tomcat server on Eclipse, include MongoDB and MongoDB Java drivers as dependencies. Also, include the Morphia dependency. Using the earlier MongoDB URI, create a new environment variable. Now, create a Morpheus Service Java class which initializes the Mongo client that will connect to the MLab cloud database. Pass the name of your database as the second argument of Morpheus create data store, which in our case is UNSW book. Now, create a servlet context listener class that initializes the Morpheus service class. To set up the Cloudinary, sign up, then follow the steps described on the website. Set Morphea and Cloudinary to servlet attributes so that they can be accessed by any servlet. Before going into the functionality of our web app, we'll explain our design pattern. The design pattern that we chose is called Model View Controller, or MVC. In this design, we separate our application into the data storage layer, data access layer, the business logic layer, and presentation layer. The data storage layer consists of our database, the data access layer consists of our DAOs, the business logic layer contains the servlets, and our presentation layer consists of JSPs. By separating our system into these layers, we have made it so that the sole purpose of the JSPs is to simply present information retrieved by the servlets. Now, moving on to the implementation of our DAOs. Each entity will have its own DAO. For example, users have a user DAO, notifications have a notification DAO, comments have a comment DAO, and so on. Each DAO is used to either get or set attributes for their specific entity. For example, user DAO's getAllUsers can be used to retrieve all the user objects in the database. In the notification DAO, we can get all the notifications that match specific attributes, such as getting all the friend requests sent by a specific user. The DAOs are initialized in login servlet as session attributes so that they can be accessed from any servlet by using getSession getAttribute. As an example, search servlet accesses user DAO to populate the user search results page. Each of these DAOs is used to query and update the two collections made earlier, that is users and notifications. Each servlet may access one or more of these DAOs. Now, we'll move on to the functionality of our web app. On the registration page, the user can fill in all their details in the form and also upload a profile picture. Once the register button is clicked, the details are stored as parameters and passed to the register servlet. Register servlet accesses the user DAO to add the new unconfirmed user to the database, and then calls on email servlet, which sends an email to the user containing the confirmation link. Upon clicking the link, the user is taken to the login page. The user is then marked as confirmed in the database, allowing them to log in. The homepage is served by the home servlet. The homepage shows the posts that have been made on the walls of the user's friends. For now, there are no posts on the homepage, since the current user has no friends. The navbar allows the user to access the search feature, their notifications, and their own profile. search feature allows the user to search for other users on UNSW book. The normal search feature searches by first name and/or last name. When the user submits the search parameter is passed to the search servlet, which serves the search results to the search results page. In the list of search results, the user can add the other user only if they aren't friends yet. If they are friends already, then the search results will reflect that. In addition, the advanced search feature allows for a search by gender and date of birth. Now we'll show the friending feature. The Add button next to the name of the user sends a notification and an email to the recipient user. The recipient can accept the friend request to either the email URL or the notifications page. When the recipient accepts the friend request through the notifications page, the user who made the friend request is sent a notification when this happens. Sending of a friend request is done through AJAX, which calls notification servlet to generate the friend request notification and email servlet to send the email to the recipient. Email servlet is given the notification ID of the newly created friend request so that it can construct the friend request confirmation URL. Similarly, accepting of a friend request is handled by AJAX, which calls friend request servlet a notification servlet. Friend request servlet is called to delete the notification with the notification ID given by the email URL and delete the notification. Notification servlet is called to send a notification to the sender, stating that the friend request has been accepted by the receiver. The next feature allows users to make posts. Users are able to make posts on either their home page or a profile page. Each post can be liked or commented on, and comments are timestamped. Note that when the user likes or comments on the post, the one who made the post is sent a notification in real time, indicated by the notification bell. The comments, posts, and number of likes are also retrieved in real time. Comments and posts are also parsed for URLs before posting. The user can also upload images and post them to the home page, or post them on a profile page. Like before, these posts are retrieved in real time. The posting and commenting works exactly the same way on the profile page, whether that be on your own profile or on another person's profile. However, note that you will only be able to view someone else's profile if you are friends with them. If you aren't friends with the profile owner, you will not be able to see any posts or make any posts on the user's wall. Now, The image uploading on the registration, home, and profile pages is handled by multi-part config. Multi-part config is needed to allow the register servlet, home servlet, and profile servlet to pass the uploaded file item as a parameter. The image file is then added to the Cloudinary database, and a URL is generated by the Cloudinary. On the registration page, this URL is attached to the newly created user object. On posts from home, this URL is attached to the newly created post object. The same process is used in the profile servlet. Users are also able to edit their own details through their profile page. All the information of the user is displayed, and the user is able to edit their profile by clicking on the top right of their display picture. The Edit Profile page works in the same way as the form and registration page. The only detail that cannot be changed is the username, as we use this to uniquely identify users in our database. The user is also given the option to remove friends. When on another person's profile page, the Edit Profile button and Delete Friend buttons disappear. Also, you can only see their wall if you are friends with that user. By extension, if you are not friends with the profile owner, you cannot post on their wall either. The user can access the notifications page from the navbar. The notifications page lists timestamped notifications. Notifications consist of posts made on the current user's wall, users that have liked any post made by the current user, any comments that have been made on the post made by the current user, and friend requests directed at the current user. The admin page is accessed by typing a special URL, which allows the admin to log in. Warning messages will be displayed if a non-admin tries to log in through the admin login page. Upon logging in, the admin is able to search for users, ban and unban users, and view the activity history of a user. The search results are the exact same as a normal user's, however, a ban button is next to every user instead of an add friend button. When the user is banned or unbanned, these are appended to the user report. The user report can be filtered to show different kinds of activity, such as when the user first registered, any friend requests that have been made by the user, and any likes. In addition, a date range can also be specified. Finally, our front end was built on Bootstrap, jQuery, JavaScript, and our own CSS files. Small icons, such as the bell icon for notifications and the tick for an accepted friend request, were from frontawesome.io. Thank you for watching. We hope this walkthrough has helped you in your web development ventures.